The light's flickering more than usual. Do you notice that? Do you notice that? It's flickering far more than it did before. Because it knows I have to finish with this one. It will open the door, retrieve the note inside. Okay, so there's only one more. Oh yeah, right. That door right there. I haven't been inside. I guess that would be the note door, wouldn't it? Oh, it's the painting room. I just closed the door. Okay, so the rose. Okay, so the something. It's all in cursive. So the Sorminen, the crying. Can you hear it too? This is stuff I think I read earlier. The screaming. That's the screaming. For eternity, there bled or lived. There lived. Okay. For eternity they lived, and for one more I shall live on, trapped inside these memories with the devil himself. Okay, because God is dead. I got it. Nice painting. She got all the red she needed. I like how there's pleasing images in this room compared to like every other room, which is creepy things. I thought she was really gonna pop out of the closet.
8, 9.
Radio stops. Let's read my document. Lilith note number 4. I can't move. Today I woke up and I can't really explain it, but my right hip just feels extremely stiff. I try to get out of bed, but I can barely turn my body without feeling pain. Update. Wait, what? I guess you could do it like a diary, but due to how fancy it's written, just trying to like update. It almost feels like it's like a phone message that she's leaving. Update. My parents took me out of the hospital just in case it was severe or life-threatening to the hospital, but the staff seemed to be clueless as to what I actually have. They said they need to complete further x-rays, possibly even use my MRI in order to verify their diagnosis. Hopefully I won't have to pain or anything. I also had a really weird dream. I was alone in the house with Marcus, but for some reason he was always afraid of me. Every time I would try to get close to him, he would run away in fear. It was such a weird dream, because in a way it felt like it lasted forever. Lilith. And because I'm pretty sure the thing haunting us is Lilith, I'm assuming I'm Marcus, and I'm afraid of him. She doesn't realize she's a monster! But anyways, can I answer more survey questions? No. Part 2. So wait, part 1 was, he watched her writhing in pain as her condition set in, knowing nothing could be done to help her. Among all her family, she loved him the most, yet he had a taunting grin on his face, as if seeing her suffer filled his heart with delight. For the first time in a long time, he felt joy. Any new pictures? Yes, not. Nothing new with the time stuff, no new questionnaires. So he was happy at her misery because everyone ignored her. Oh, there's the pains falling off that made the sounds. Good to know. See what the next step is. I'm out. Thought you might want to meet me. Oh, all the paintings and all the house fell out down. Maybe there's probably something that was hidden on one of them, so now I'm guessing I'm supposed to look at where all the paintings fell down. Try and find out what new has happened because paintings fell. Okay, so let me be a little bit observant. I'll get my eyeballs on them. What nice birds. Peekaboo. Someone really needs to turn off the sink. Just a waste of good water at that point. There were no paintings in here, I just wanted to come in here. I don't know. Even though this room's kind of barren and empty, maybe that's why I like it. I don't know. Let's go on down. Checking over there. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to look at where all the paintings are in the house because it seems like the paintings fell down. I bet one of them revealed something. But I like to take my time. And I don't think all the paintings fell down. Like those paintings over downstairs seem fine. But a number of them seem to have. Paintings above the bed didn't fall, notably. Odd, but that's okay. So is there any significance between the paintings that fell downstairs and the paintings that just stayed up? Did I hear something? No, I bet they're going to throw back the shower curtain at some point. She's going to be like behind it. Such a well-prepared scene. Also, no, there is this behind here. I need to remember that's even there in case it ever turns out to be anything. I'll check out the TV for a second. Nothing new on the TV. Okay. So a number of paintings fell. I see that one painting I can see the back of. I'm wondering if I do anything with it. Do I like step on it? No, this is weird, but I just noticed I can see my body, even though I think I've seen it a few times. I just only noticed it right now. I hear something. Oh, was that painting was not there the whole entire time. I would have noticed that painting when coming downstairs if it was always there. Like, you know, that painting right there. That is such a conspicuously was not always there painting. There's also a sound coming from this painting. Just a very sad painting all around. Sometimes I gotta trust. Oh, here's some new stuff. Well, at least they got him set in a nice place, I guess. Checking over here. Looks fine. There's 2 notes. I'll read this one first. I'll also pick up this one, though. Now I'll read them. Uh-oh. I think she's over there. Let me read my notes. Marcus note number 2. My parents took Lilith to the hospital after my sister said she getting closer? My parents took Lilith to the hospital after my sister said she felt immobile due around her hip. She said it felt completely stiff. I swear to God she's getting closer. I can hear her better now. She said it felt completely stiff, as if all of the muscles surrounding her hip had turned to bone. The other day, Dad threw me down the stairs because Lilith's pains aren't selling as much as they used to. He thought it was an entertaining way to encourage her to paint better, as he phrased it. I dislocated my shoulder on the way down. After repositioning the joint back to the socket, I made a sling with some old rags I found in the closet. Still stings, but it should heal within a few weeks to a couple of months. Skull isn't too bad. I'm working on this little project with some of my friends. We're trying to create our own braking system for a car, something that can be controlled remotely. I wonder if I can reverse engineer it to the opposite task. Maybe you can cancel the braking system remotely. I see your plan. That would be an interesting challenge, as long as I don't have to stay home, right? I wonder why you need that diagnosis. To the Walker family. We had some difficulty in regards to diagnosing Udara's specific condition, but we have concluded that it is fibrolepsy, big science words. It is very rare but severe condition where the patient's soft tissues, when repaired, become ossified, basically turning into bone. This is due to a mutation in the repair mechanism in the body that results in this condition. There are treatment options to slow down the process of the condition, but I admit the future looks fairly grim. In all honesty, this is what will eventually happen. The disease will spread through her body until most of her soft tissue, including tendons, ligaments, and even muscle, will become ossified. The most we can do is provide medication in order to relieve the pain. But other than that, the condition has always been fatal. Your daughter might be able to make it to the age of 40 if she is lucky. Please let us know what direction you would like to take. Thank you for your patience, Dr. Gaiman. Or Gammon. Or Gammon. Moi. Does my phone like me anymore? No questionnaires. No emails. No new pictures. Now, I know she's in that room. Somewhere. Or is she not? I legitimately thought she was. Like, I swore she was in this room. Oh well, I'm looking. I'm looking like I'm booking. Nothing new on the TV. Oh, there's something on this one, though. I can't read directly what it says, but there's definitely something written on that one. Well, that's fine. I really hope this game saves in case I have something terrible happen at some point. I swear the crying was coming from this room, but we know whatever. And there's definitely something that's written there, but I can't make it out. But it's there. Okay. I think it's still just, was I just hearing the crying painting and the crying painting was getting louder? I'm just giving a solid look about. I mean, or wait. What if I hear her? Oh no, the crying's gone. What if she was above me? Spooky. But anyways, I'll say that to spook myself out. Let's take a good old look over here. No, horror games should have it so the enemies are in the closet more often, because people start to associate closets with safety. But you're still crying, that's good to know. And so, you know, just put a monster in the closet. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud, I should just design it myself in one of my games. Anyways. Nothing here. This is one of the more cryptic things. I'm kind of worried to start looking around right now, so I don't want to get too out there with my plan. So I'm just going to go look around and hope everything's a-okay. I don't see her there. Peekaboo. I got notes. What do notes do? Evidently not spawn anything there. I think the bathroom light is off. Or maybe it's on. It's hard to tell from this angle. But that does imply there's something new in the bathroom. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the bathroom light is off. So guess what room I think I'm supposed to head towards next? Ghosts turn off the electricity when they go into new rooms. That's just a rule of law. The bathroom light is definitely off. Is there a reason it's just magically off? I think there's another one of the drawers, like for once in my life, it's actually something inside the drawers. No, it's not. I don't understand why they even added a drawer mechanic at this point. Well, whatever. Let's just end it. What was the thing I can interact with for a second? Ah, it's the cabinets. I thought maybe there was something under the, like the rug there, but seems I'm just crazy. Oh boy. Check this way. Check. Oh, this room is also dark. Well, okay, office. This is one of the few times where I regret keeping the closets open. Why were the lights around these parts dark? Especially since it doesn't really seem like anything's changed. Looks pretty much the same. It'd be cool if there was like a scare when I zoomed in looking on the computer monitor, but it didn't actually happen, so. Still gonna live in the closets? Not in that closet, the other closet could be. I didn't live in here. Okay, let's see. Pop my head back out. So it's not always a rule of what rooms lights turn off, though they do seem to turn off somewhat randomly.
According to a recent poll, infidelity is at an all-time high. This may be due to marrying too young, lack of commitment, or even financial instability. Let us examine the story of Joseph and Mary Walker. The two married and bore a daughter, Lilith, who was very talented in many artistic mediums, especially in painting. Joseph and Mary also had a son named Marcus. Joseph worked as a construction worker, while Mary worked as a secretary for a local business. Soon after discovering Lilith's talents, her parents encouraged her greatly to continue and perfect her skills. Eventually, a high enough demand for her paintings allowed the Walkers to become financially stable, simply by selling Lilith's art. Both Joseph and Mary quit their jobs, as Lilith's paintings sold anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 apiece, depending on the buyer. Due to this high demand, Joseph and Mary began to live life far above their means, taking advantage of their gifted child in order to satisfy their own greed. It started off with Joseph burning Marcus with cigarettes if Lilith refused to work. Slowly, the abuse became worse and more intense, until one episode landed Marcus in the hospital. Marcus had several bruises along with a dislocated arm. The family was forced to cover up the incident and no charges were filed. This abuse continued for a long time. Marcus grew accustomed to it. It was simply a part of his life, just as much as breathing or sleeping. After Lilith was diagnosed with a rare bone condition, everything changed. She lost her ability to paint, leading the family into a period of financial hardships. Joseph wasn't able to find work due to his alcoholism, but Mary was able to find a job at her old company. Her former employer kept in touch with her throughout the years. Tension began to build within the family. Marcus usually remained passive among family affairs, but the situation gave him much joy. They were suffering, and he knew it. He couldn't have been happier. 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 He couldn't have been happier.
Happy you're happy.
He couldn't have been happier.
Turn the TV off now. No. I feel like I don't want to open up the door. Maybe I do. Maybe I just hide in the closet. Here outside. I couldn't have been happier. Do you think I'll let her in, or do you think I just live in this closet? Because you can actually enter inside the closets. I think they eventually want me to hide in one, which is what I'm trying to right now. Let's check my phone. Something to do while I'm in here. Okay. I think they want me to enter it. What's up, Lilith? Oh. I think they disabled all my controls for a second so I can open the door. No one in here. I'm in here, actually. I lied. Oh boy. I'll go read this for the moment. Lilith note number 5. My parents gave me the news, so I have the condition called fibrodysplasia. That word I can't even possibly hope to say at the moment. Basically, it's a condition where my soft tissue, ligaments, tendons, and muscles gradually turn into bone. I said that eventually I'll lose mobility in my arms, legs, neck, everywhere. Telling the caretaker to basically do everything for me. Right now I feel it in my arms and torso. For now I sort of stay in my bed. It hurts to walk around, and I can't really exercise or damage my body in any way, or else it'll speed up the process. I mean, I'm only 15, so this is a lot to take in, knowing that I'll slowly become more and more immobile. To be fair, a lot of people do become slowly more immobile anyways, naturally by age. It just comes a little bit faster, and for a very unusual bone reason, it's pretty painful. Which is unfortunate, I will say. It's a bit ironic, isn't it? I wish that I could stop painting, or that I wouldn't have to anymore. And this was the answer I received. The best they could do was prescribe medication for the pain. A year from now, there's a good chance that I won't be able to walk, and I'll be in a wheelchair or worse. I just hope my family will be stable without my help. I'll be a pretty big burden. The other day, I overheard my parents arguing. My mom brought up the idea of getting a divorce. I feel like this is my fault. Oh, Lilith, it's not your fault. Your parents are just assholes. Anyways. For a game called The Survey hasn't actually played a role in a long time. I want more survey questions. Anyways, what else? Nothing new going on, no new emails, nothing like that. Okay, let's get back to exploring my home. Every room is open to my knowledge, so I figure out there's like a secret passage somewhere. It's probably downstairs where I need to go, because I know they kind of like to throw me at different parts of the house, but I'll look around regardless. What might be happening? Family Easters. Nothing in there. Oh, there's actually something in here for once. Good thing I checked. I almost passed it by. Hi. Well, let's read it. Marcus note number 3. I overheard them talking about what Lilith's condition was. Apparently she has some sort of bone disorder. Basically her body keeps becoming more and more immobilized until she's basically paralyzed. The process could take a while, but it continually gets worse and worse. They seem very worried about it. As far as I know, Lilith won't be able to paint. I wonder what will happen. Mom and Dad were screaming at each other the other day. I've never seen them argue like that. It was quite entertaining seeing them bicker and yell. I had a wide grin across my face as I watched the spectacle. My parents have been trying to find work ever since they heard the news, but only my mom has been able to find a job with her old employer. Dad hasn't had any luck. This is quite an unfortunate situation. I did a bit of more research on the condition, and it seems incurable. My parents seem like they're in a state of panic. I've never seen them like this before, frantic, scared, and unstable. I've never been more excited in my life. Yeah. Well, I mean, they raised him to be kind of like that, so yeah. No one cared about him, so he can't care much about other people. Looking around all this place. Things to check and see. Think they went painting? Someone did run by. And the painting room seems the most probable? I'm gonna go in the closet. Not in there, though. I should also sometimes check the rooms where I came from, because, you know, maybe something changed because I picked up the note inside the washing room. But hey, it also could be forward. Just doing my little sweep. Anything on the television? Nope. There's only so many things, so it's interesting enough. I'm actually liking the game so far, I really am. I'm happy that it's not just jump scare central, blah, 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 blah. Some jump scares are okay, and so far I feel like they've been well executed instead of ooga booga booga. And being unpleasant, I guess, would be the word choice for it. Why do they have a goddamn window right next to their literal shower? Like, okay, doesn't this seem like a pretty big flaw if you're designing a house, literally a window in your shower? Anyways, that's just my opinion, though. And there, negatory? Okay. Anything inside this drawer? I don't even think I'm gonna track with that drawer. I'll check over here. Hey. Negatory, Captain. Alright, I couldn't turn off the TV before. I'll go turn it off now. Let me go down the hallway. Remember to turn off the TV. Anything in here before I leave? The answer to my inquiry is a negatory. Okay. I just cannot turn off the TV anymore. That TV is permanently on until I can turn it off eventually at some point. But at the moment, that point is not now. So I was pretty sure what I had to do next was go downstairs to the washing room. That actually surprised me a little bit. I guess it hasn't really served a purpose till right then. Is it still crying? That's still crying. You're gonna make me pass by it several times so something happens with it, aren't you? Not a bad tactic. Kind of like going this way first. Oh, and it's good that I do because there's a note right there. I'll read it. She's right there. I can't read it because she's getting closer. I can't go this way. God dang it! Oh, she disappeared. Well, that's fine. Now I can read it. Documents. Marcus note number 4. My mom showed him the divorce paperwork, and he was livid. I'd never seen my dad this furious. His bloodshot eyes trembling in fear because he knew he powerless against her decision. There's a few typos here and there, which is fortunate, because the writing itself was kind of pretty fine. Alright. He knew he was powerless against her decision. He kept taking beer balls and smashing them against the kitchen table after he heard the news. She said she was tired of having him just drinking all day and not contributing to the family at all. I left a little surprise for him in the car. Alright, this is Marcus, no, not Lilith. He'll find out while he's driving. Well, oh, it's the brake thing. Yeah, I know what's going to happen. Well, for now, I guess it'll just be Mom, Lilith, and I. She asked me to get a part-time job since we'll need the money to help with Lilith's medical bills. I don't mind working, even though I'm still in high school. I'll be pretty busy, but I guess I'll just have to deal with it. It'll be hard, though. I went to the doctor the other day, and he examined my shoulder. Turns out I've got a torn rotator cuff for a while now, but I've never been able to get it checked out because of Dad. I haven't been able to rotate my arm past 90 degrees without feeling the tearing sensation on the back of my shoulder. Thanks, Dad. I guess in the end everybody gets what they deserve. Because he obviously planted the car brake thing on... Yep. Does my phone finally have new stuff? Still no essays. No new emails, no new pictures. All still looks pretty standard. For a game called Survey, the survey only played a role in like the first fourth of the game so far. I kind of like the system, so I'm a little bit disappointed they haven't been utilizing it more. Oh well, I mean, I am still enjoying the game. I just hope the survey aspect actually comes back. And it was... let's check and read around. Checking about... Oh, there's another note here. I'm finding them easy. Maybe they just lay down such a way. Really having more violin music. Documents. Suicide note. Alright. It's been hard, and this is by Mary. I decided to see if there was a signature at the very beginning to see who was writing it. So the mother killed herself. It's been hard the last year. I've been working overtime almost every week at my job ever since the divorce, just to cover everything. Lilith, well, she was bedridden and relied on Marcus for just about everything. Marcus was attending college and working at the same time. I went on a business trip for about a week and didn't get the news until I came home. The house caught fire. I was told that Lilith died a horrific death, burning alive as the flames consumed her. They said the fire started in her room, most likely by a candle that was tipped over. The neighbors, they said all they heard was a haunting scream, like an animal that knows its death is approaching. Everything is gone. My kids, my house. Notice they didn't mention Marcus. Did I deserve this? I was so blinded by greed. I'm a horrible person. I let my son be abused for years just to force my daughter to paint and make myself money. I guess Joseph got what was coming to him, and now it's my turn. Yep, obviously not put Joseph there. I just wish I could watch over them. Mary Walker. Well, that's unpleasant. else new also? Emails. Because I know that these actually have an end now. Like, I wonder what the end is. That's like baby cries, I suppose. You know, that's a good question. Where did the angel statue go? Just kind of disappeared at a certain point. Well, that's the end of that.
I'm Joseph, back with an update concerning our latest story. A drunk driver was recently killed in an accident outside a local liquor store. According to friends and family, the man had been going through a divorce with his wife. Probably trying to drink his sorrows away, he swerved off the road, crashing his car into a tree. Officers have noted that there might have been tampering involved with the braking system of the vehicle. Fortunately, the individual suffered greatly while dying. I know a certain someone that would be happy to know so. Don't worry, I'm stuck as well. This was Joseph, bringing the local news to you.
So it's the dad that's... Why would the dad be like... So the dad's the person that talked on the radio and the one that just talked on the TV earlier. And he's like, he, even though he's talking about himself, I guess, suffered greatly. I know someone that would be really happy about it, etc., etc. Well, that's interesting. Not a little twisted. Ask me more questions! Anyways, let's get to exploring.